Evangelical men are the OGs. They wrote the playbook that the Manosphere and the Red Pillars talk about. Their talking points come specifically from evangelical men. That whole umbrella that talks about God, husband, God, husband, wife, children, that comes straight from the evangelicals. They cannot stand feminism. They cannot stand it because once women got a little bit of independence, work for herself and free up some of her time without the barriers and constriction that the clergymen and legislators did to combine to keep women constricted in boxes. Once feminism broke free some of those things, then women got a little free, and then we could just traipse around and actually sleep in, have some time freedom, have some freedom to do what we wanted to with our bodies when we wanted to do it. So they started coming for feminism. And now mainstream talking points as far as the Manosphere and Red Pillars, they have just gone along with it. So these men of all races, cultures, creeds, religious affiliations, talking about women with cats, talking about feminism, all that, it's all together because it's these men that are grappling to stay in control. So they have to come for the single women. Now, Set Free Sister is a Christ follower. She is a believer. And she even, because she's single, she says, sadly, we keep gaslighting women, telling them how terrible their lives are going to be without husbands and children. And it, you know what it becomes? Single women are like, my life is not that bad. I got my pet unicorn. I can sleep. I can do what I want to with my money. I can spend it on my pet unicorn. Why y'all keep acting like my life is so bad? And that's the reason why single and child-free women keep coming on these apps to talk about their life, because folks are determined to denigrate them for no particular reason. Single child-free women just be sleeping. They petting their pet unicorns and living. And then you got folks that are like, sure, you're happy. That's what you say. You get to go to work. I mean, don't we all work? I mean, even I'm from the time that, even if you are a homemaker, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, you are working from the time that you wake up to the time you go to bed, because we are on call every single day of the year. That's just how it is. So, and then if you are a working mom, you are on call still every single day of the year because they call mama. Anyways, I took this screenshot from this man, Mark Driscoll, and y'all can follow the comment if you're on TikTok to see this clip. But like Set Free Sister says, y'all can't keep gaslighting women, talking about how bad it is to be single. She says, I'm a believer and I've had a good life. I am not a feminist, but I despise this narrative that women cannot make a beautiful life for women. So she's also one that doesn't believe that men and women are equal. I am not going to debate that because obviously I am a feminist. I'm a mom, wife, and a feminist because, yes, I put equal value on men and women, despite the fact that we might be different in our bodies. But that's neither here nor there. She's not a feminist. She said, I like Mr. Driscoll, but this narrative is truly discouraging to many women walking in holiness, single with God. And that's the reason why many of these people's narratives will fall apart, because they stay coming for single women. But there are tons of single women in the church. You know why? Because there's not a whole lot of men in the church. So you keep coming for all these women, and they're like, I'm living a perfectly fine life. I mean, I believe in the Lord and everything, but why y'all keep coming for me? So they are messing up their own narrative by consistently coming for single women when they could literally just be propping up the awesomeness of why someone would want to be with somebody like him. Like this woman says, I am a woman of God and 52, single with 5 cats, and at peace with the joy of the Lord. I am winning. Praise God. Yes, sister. She got 5 cats and she's single. And that's the reason why I said these people are living a perfectly fine and normal existence. They have time freedom. They can do what they want. They can pick and choose. They can study their Bible as they choose. I mean, why do you guys keep coming for these people? There are so many single women in the church. of course this message is going to like start grating at their nerves. Like, why y'all keep coming for me? And like this woman says, he doesn't understand us because he has never had a one-on-one conversation with us. These men, and this is what has happened for forever until social media came and women started writing more books and getting published. Men spoke about women. Men wrote the stories. Men wrote in the laws that control women, but they don't actually listen to women. And now that women can, like, we can speak our own narratives, we can write our own books, we can write our own autobiographies, we can display life, we can talk about us, we can skip the middlemen of the men talking about us, but they don't listen to women. And until such time they would listen to us, they will never understand us. This woman says, 53 single with a plethora of wonderful family and friends. Sir, we do not care. We are winning. And then this woman says, I am winning. I'm living my best life. 53, boyfriend, dogs, fish, business owner, homeowner, no debt, no STDs, no drama, divorced and thrilled. And then this woman named Brenda swoops in and she starts like doubting the fact that this woman could be happy 53 with a boyfriend. She's like, happy? Sure. Like, why must they disbelieve? Like, why can't people tell how happy they are simply? And why do people have to just like disbelieve them? Like, why? I don't know these people, but I assume that if she is living debt free, can do what she wants without drama. That sounds like a fairly happy existence. Anywho, this is not my life. Just pink and peaceful with my pet unicorn, getting to sleep as much as I would. This is not my life. I am a mom that works from the time that I mean, we're busy. I have 2 young kids, so life is busy. So for the single people, the people whose kids are finally out of the home and that can breathe, y'all, I see you. I feel you. To the working moms, to the stay-at-home moms, to the homemakers, to the work-from-home moms, I see you. I see you because I talk to you daily. These people do not talk to us. And that is one of the reasons why my platform is the way that it is, because we talk amongst each other. Anyways, like I said, if you're on TikTok, follow this comment so you can see this man's video. If you're on my YouTube channel, I'm going to play this video following this. And y'all go ahead, jump in the comments, tell me what you think, like, comment, share.
Lied to feminist women talking about how wonderful their life is because they don't have a husband, they don't have children. So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize. They just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience of a husband and children. And these are young women who have been perpetually lied to. And I'm just telling you, if they do a follow-up at 50, they're not going to be happy. They're going to be working late. They're going to be lonely. They're going to have 7 cats and a couple of STDs. And then at Christmas, they're going to be all alone, very sad. And what they're not going to post is, I'm winning.
Now, I am playing a video from Hope Peddler from TikTok. I love her. And I love this video because it speaks to exactly why women are moving the way that we're moving towards. It's not that people don't want to get married. I'm married. I speak about that. I have 2 children. But women want choices because for the longest time, we were legislated and basically shamed into these particular boxes without any particular choice. Women did not have choices but to fall in line if we wanted to eat. And it was even worse if you happened to be born not white and a woman, because then you had to face the double bind of racism and sexism. And then let's not even, throw in any disabilities or not being straight. Then there's all kind of other things mixed in. But men have been legislating the traditional boxes for the longest time. So as feminism came and started chipping away at those boxes and giving women a little bit of freedom, this is what happened. And this is why I love this video. She breaks it down beautifully, spectacularly. And this is the reason why things are moving the way that they're moving. If y'all don't believe in equality of the sexes and that men should participate in the home, then I don't know what you're thinking, but this is the reason why many of them are failing and flailing currently, because they refuse to get some emotional intelligence and start buying into the fact that they actually have to participate in being an adult and participate in family life. Watch this video, come in on the back end, let me know what you think. And this is she's dropping the mic.
I'm going to address this once, and then I'm going to institute a rule on my page that any man who ever uses the word gold digger is an immediate block. There's no such thing as gold diggers, but there is such thing as gold hoarders. You see, a long time ago, a bunch of men took a look around at all the work that was being done in society, and they're like, oh, some people make things and sell them to other people. Other people, raise kids, clean the house, cook, etc. The men took a look at that work and they were like, ooh, that looks way harder. They're on call like 24 hours a day. They never get a break. They're cooking 3 meals a day and cleaning the house and trying to keep all of these kids alive and planning things for the family. So the men are like, how do we make sure we never have to do that? And the evil genius in the room is like, I have an idea. What if we make it illegal or virtually impossible for the women to do the marketplace thing? And we only let them do the other thing, but we say that the other thing isn't really work, so they don't have to be paid. And if they're not paid, the only way they can have a roof over their head or food in their belly is to do that work for one of the men doing marketplace. And for the rich white people, since we've already devalued all of that work, we can let them buy it on the marketplace dirt cheap or even free from black and brown people. The men go off pretending that their work is the only work and they're the only ones that deserve to get paid. And the women are forced to fall in line and pretend to like the men so that they could eat and have a roof over their heads. And for centuries, in order to survive, women are forced to engage in this game of make-believe where they pretend that the only real work is the work that the men do, and they also pretend that they like the men. And why are they pretending instead of actually liking them? Because it's virtually impossible to actually like someone who's actively oppressing you. So the men's hoard all the gold and they say, you can have a little bit if you tell me that you like me and you clean my house and bear my children. And the women are like, fine. But then we wriggled our way into the marketplace. And the more space we took up in that marketplace, the less we pretended. We've reached this point now where 40% of women in cishet relationships out-earn their partners. That's damn near half. And as a result of women no longer having to beg men for the gold they were hoarding, men are suddenly coming face to face with the realization they never liked us. For hundreds of years, you guys have been deluding yourself into the belief that we actually like you because you made us pretend to like you in order to eat food. So it's not the fact that women are using men for their money more now than at any other time in history. It's the polar opposite. The very fact that women don't need men for their money is revealing what was always there behind the curtain. A giant game of female make-believe. A game you forced us to play in order to survive. And now, in order to have access to us, you have to make us actually like you. And again, we don't like men that oppress us. Every one of you are conditioned at birth via patriarchy to oppress us. So until you take that time to unpack all of the patriarchal tentacles in your brain, it's going to be a pass from us. Because we're making money now, and all of that other labor is still considered not real labor and unpaid, you have to do half of it now. Because, we're not. So if you're a cishet man and you want a woman in your life, let's recap. Number 1, you got to deconstruct your patriarchy. And number 2, you got to learn to do half of the shit that is required to make a life. And if you don't do it, it's no sweat off our backs because we're over here chilling. Single childless women are the happiest demographic of people.